What happens when a wealthy CEO hides his fortune and pretends to be a poor man just to see if a girl loves him for who he really is? In this intriguing tale, a millionaire tests the true intentions of a woman he cares about, stepping into a world of uncertainty and hidden truths. As he watches her reactions, unexpected emotions and revelations emerge, challenging everything he thought about love, trust, and money. What he discovers will surprise him and change their lives forever. Ethan Carter is a successful millionaire CEO, widely respected and well-known in the business world. His lifestyle is glamorous. Luxury cars, exclusive parties, and frequent international travel are all part of his daily routine. But despite all his wealth, there's a lingering doubt in his heart. He wants to know if the woman he's dating truly loves him for who he is, or if she's just interested in his money. That's why he comes up with a bold plan to disguise himself as a regular, struggling guy and test her true feelings. Emily, a kind-hearted and genuine woman, met Ethan when she was volunteering at a local charity event. Their meeting was casual, but their connection grew deeper with time. Ethan wonders if Emily's feelings are real or just influenced by his status and wealth. Can Emily see beyond the riches and connect with Ethan's real self? Is love truly about the person or just the lifestyle? These questions kept swirling in Ethan's mind, pushing him to hide his true identity. Ethan decided to hide his true identity and pretend to be a poor man to find out Emily's real feelings. First, he swapped his expensive clothes and accessories for simple, worn-out outfits. He even altered his hairstyle to look casual and unkempt, so no one would suspect his wealth. He changed his tone of voice as well, speaking softer and more humble instead of confident and commanding. Ethan adjusted his lifestyle too, opting for local diners instead of fancy restaurants and deleting any sign of his wealth from social media. Through this experiment, Ethan hoped to observe whether Emily's love was genuine or simply influenced by his fortune. He wanted her to see and connect with his true personality without the filter of money and status. This plan was his way of uncovering the honest truth behind their relationship. Ethan arrived at the small coffee shop where Emily usually volunteered. Dressed in faded jeans and a simple hoodie, he tried to blend in with the regular crowd. When Emily saw him walk in, her eyes flickered with surprise. She didn't recognize him at first. He approached her with a shy smile, his usual confident stride replaced by a hesitant shuffle. "Hey, Emily," he said softly, trying to keep his voice calm and casual. Emily studied him carefully, her brow furrowing as she noticed the worn-out clothes and tired look on his face. "Oh, hi! You look different today," she said, a mix of curiosity and concern in her voice. She stepped closer, her body language warm but cautious. "I've been going through some tough times," Ethan explained, avoiding eye contact. "Just thought I'd stop by and see how you're doing." Emily's smile faltered for a moment. She glanced around nervously, then gently placed a hand on his arm. "If you need anything, I'm here for you. Everyone has hard days." As they talked, Ethan watched her carefully. She was kind, yes, but was it pity or something deeper? Her eyes softened when she looked at him, but there was also a flicker of doubt, like she was trying to read between the lines. Ethan's heart raced. Part of him wanted to reveal the truth right then and there. Another part feared what she might say if she knew the real him was standing before her. He noticed how she didn't mention money or status once, which eased his mind slightly. But then she asked, "Why don't you talk about your job or your family?" That question hit him harder than he expected. For the first time, Ethan felt vulnerable, not as a CEO, but as a man unsure if the woman he cared for could love him without the riches. The moment was charged with uncertainty, and Ethan knew this. Encounter would change everything. Ethan decided to put Emily's feelings to the test by creating different situations that would reveal her true intentions. The first time they left the coffee shop together, Ethan didn't try to pay for anything. Instead, he told Emily, "You go ahead and pay, I'm a bit tight this time." Emily hesitated for a moment, but smiled and pulled out her wallet to cover the bill. This simple act surprised Ethan more than he expected. A few days later, when they visited a local market, Ethan showed her an expensive gift clearly out of his poor budget. When Emily asked about it, Ethan bluntly said, "I can't afford this." Though worry flickered in her eyes, she replied, "It's okay, it's the little things that matter." In that moment, Ethan realized his assumption that her feelings might be tied only to his wealth was challenged by the reality in front of him. Then one day, while discussing future plans, Ethan deliberately gave false information about his financial situation to see how Emily would react. She admitted nervously, "Money is important, but if we are together, difficulties will feel easier." Ethan found a genuine honesty in her words that was far from what he had expected. This experiment confused Ethan deeply. At times, he felt she might only care for his money, while at other moments, he saw pure love and sincerity. The test had become an emotional roller coaster for him, blurring the line between doubt and hope with every interaction. After weeks of pretending, Ethan knew the moment had come to reveal the truth. One quiet evening, he invited Emily to a rooftop overlooking the city skyline. As they sat side by side, Ethan took a deep breath and looked into her eyes. "Emily, there's something I need to tell you," he began softly. "I haven't been completely honest. I'm not struggling financially. I'm actually the CEO of a company, and I've been hiding my true self to see if your feelings are real." Emily stared at him, her eyes wide with shock and disbelief. For a moment, silence hung between them. Then she covered her mouth, overwhelmed by the revelation. "Why didn't you tell me earlier?" she whispered. Ethan's voice was gentle but sincere. "I wanted to know if you'd love me for who I am, not for my money or status. Trust and honesty mean everything to me. I realize now that testing you this way was risky, but I needed to see your heart." Tweet reached for his hand, her confusion melting into relief. "Ethan, I love you, not your money. I just wanted to be sure we were real." As Ethan processed her words, a wave of emotion washed over him, relief, gratitude, and a renewed faith in love. The experiment had shaken him, but it also brought clarity. He understood that true connection goes beyond wealth, and sometimes the hardest tests reveal the deepest truths. Ethan's journey taught him a powerful lesson. True love and genuine relationships cannot be measured by wealth or status. Judging people based on their financial situation only blinds us from seeing their real character. Through his experiment, Ethan realized that sincerity, honesty, and emotional connection matter far more than money. The experience reminded him, and should remind all of us, that trust is the foundation of any meaningful relationship. When we let money cloud our judgment, we risk losing the very essence of human connection. Love, in its purest form, sees beyond material possessions and embraces the heart and soul of a person. Ethan's story encourages us to look deeper, to value people for who they truly are, and to believe in love that transcends wealth. In the end, it's not what you have, but who you are that truly matters. And sometimes the greatest riches come from the simplest, most honest connections. For Ethan, this journey wasn't just a test. It became a turning point that reshaped how he viewed love, trust, and human connection. He realized that true relationships aren't built on wealth but on honesty and heart. Now it's your turn to reflect. What do you truly value in a relationship? Is it material comfort, or a bond that stands strong without it? Sometimes the deepest connections are the ones rooted in trust, not appearances. And maybe, just maybe, real love begins where the masks come off. If this story moved you, make sure to hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more.